Welcome back to another episode of Global Card Collectors. Today we have with us Seb. He goes as Reyna Card Collector on Instagram. And Seb was one of the first people I started following, actually, because I'm a big, I don't know, big, it's really easy to collect him, but Claudio Reyna, the father of Gio Reyna, or Giovanni Reyna. So these are, Claudio was... He was on the U.S. team that I fell in love with in 2002 that made it to the quarterfinals, lost to Germany, and I just loved his dad's play. So I found Seb through looking for Reyna collectors. This is long story short, and found Seb. So always wanted to talk to him. So welcome into Global Card Collectors, Seb. How you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. So I'm really looking forward to it today. So.
Can you tell us where this finds you? Where in the world are you talking to us from?
I'm based in UK near London, so yeah, a long way from US.
Well, I mean, it's we'll get into it, but you 2 weeks ago went to the London Card Show, and in fact, why don't we just start there? Why don't you tell us about it? What was your impression, and kind of try to give the rest of the world a sense of the scene, in the UK.
So it's the biggest show in UK, I'd say. A lot of sports, a lot of Pokemon. So I was there vending on the Saturday. There's a lot of foot flow from where I was near the entrance. A lot of cards sold, people doing deals left, right and centre. Yeah, it's a good show. And then on the Sunday, I was there, I was buying. There's lots of deals to be had, some quick flips as well. But yeah, overall, it's a really good show for the UK. And hope it expands in the future.
So it's a quarterly thing, I believe?
Yeah, every 2-3 months they try and do it.
Okay.
And they're looking to expand it into the Friday as well. So it's a 3-day show and try and do it like the US do. But
right on. We're going to talk a lot about this on the channel in the coming months, but we kind of are booking our trip to Dusseldorf in July. Will you be there?
Is that for Card Madness?
Yeah.
I want to be there. I'm trying to get there. So I'll keep up to date with what I do.
Yeah, man. We'll have to have a beer in Germany or something,
Yeah.
And that'd be great. But yeah, we're looking forward to that. So, but in terms of the UK, the London Card Show, I mean, how many years has it been going? Would you say it's getting larger and larger, or kind of tough,
It's been going for a few years, I think. I can't exactly remember when it started, but it is certainly getting bigger from the first show, because now they have 2 floors. So they have one with sports and Pokemon combined, and then they have a lower floor of just Pokemon and like TCG and stuff like that. So it's certainly expanded. Yeah, and they're looking to obviously do the Friday now, just try and more people, more foot flow and stuff like that, and make it just a bigger show in general. So yeah.
Cool. I mean, yeah, I'm overdue probably for a London trip. Definitely have friends there and stuff, so I'll have to coordinate it with one of those. But how, I mean, is it for sports cards? It's what, like 90% soccer, 80% soccer?
Because of the TCG floor, there's a lot more football, NFL, basketball and stuff on the top floor. So they try and spread it out so there's not as much Pokemon integrated with the sports, but there is a lot of Pokemon collectors that just go there for Pokemon and stuff. So it's very busy around those tables. So if you're kind of stationed near or in between Pokemon stands, it can be quite frustrating. But for the most part, they try and keep the sports together and stuff like that. So it's quite good like that. But
so overall, it's more, there's more TCG than anything Pokemon.
Yeah, more TCG, I'd say, but there is a lot of football, a lot of flick throughs and stuff like that, which is always good.
Okay, and you set up as a selling soccer cards, football cards.
Yeah, football. Yeah, yeah.
Do you any areas you kind of specialize in, more modern or not modern? Or
I try and do more modern. It's more players that I kind of know, sort of thing. Not being too old. But yeah, I'm trying to dabble into the vintage as well, but I'm just trying to see what to collect in that as well. Try and find some Dortmund legends somewhere.
Any names pop up like for Dortmund legends?
Well, it's not like too vintage, but in the 90s, George Heinrich, he left back from Dortmund, played in the UCL final that they won. He also played for Fiorentina as well, I think. So
In
he's the one
Italy.
that I'd try and collect.
Okay. Did they have purple uniforms, Fiorentina,
Yeah,
back
yeah,
then? I always liked that. I don't know. It's kind of a gimmick or whatever. The purple is cool. Um, Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I mean the vintage football, I mean I've dabbled, I have a couple things, but it's just a challenging market. It's a new market. It's like, the tastes aren't totally panned out and these kinds of things. So it's more to learn, more risky maybe. But I think it's a lot of fun too. I mean, you get old pieces. Yeah. I have a Pele that I just like adore. I mean, it's
yeah.
it's SGC1, but it's like all beaten up, but I love it. Anyway, so modern it is. So we talked about Dortmund. Let's start how you became what is ultimately a Giovanni Reyna collector. But you were always a Dortmund fan. How did that work growing up in the UK?
Um, well, I'm a Reading fan, which is a bit small of a place. Um, and I remember I think it was again they were playing Tottenham in the Champions League. Um, and I was watching that game, and although Dortmund lost, I was like, I like this team, sort of thing. I could only been young; it must have been about 7 years ago. I think that game was.
You
So I was
know,
about 11.
do you know why?
Um,
What attracted you to them?
I like it was a bit weird because just the bright yellow kit obviously is quite it's different compared to a lot of kits that are just plain blue, red, or whatever. So that kind of stood out as a whole. And then just growing up, getting older and older, I've just watched more and more of the Bundesliga. And Dortmund was the team for me. So
Why do you enjoy Bundesliga more?
but the fans, I would say, the atmosphere around the stadium is top quality. The UK fans, they're good. Like they sing and they're chanting whatever. But in Dortmund, it's just a completely different atmosphere. It's when I went to Dortmund, Shakhtar in the Champions League. We were in the yellow wall, and they did not stop singing once throughout that full 90 minutes.
Wow.
So
Wow.
they could be singing the same song for 5, 10 minutes, but they're always singing. Like they've got about 5 to 10 songs that they just sing throughout the 90, and it's just genuinely the best atmosphere I've ever had.
I mean, I don't know if correct me, I'm not good at soccer. I don't know that much, but like, is it like in Turkey, I'd say the Beşiktaş fans are the best fans, like the most spirited. Would it be Liverpool in the Premier League, maybe? I don't know.
It's a tough one because obviously, like with the bigger teams, they've got fans from all over the country.
Yeah.
So they're big in themselves like that. Say Liverpool have "You'll Never Walk Alone" when they sing before the game. That's very loud. That Tottenham have they sing. I can't remember what they sing, but they sing a song before kickoff as well, which is quite loud. But
Tottenham.
yeah, I'd say the fans are good, but it's
Yeah.
just yeah.
Cool, cool. So you picked them up when you were you said 7 years old,
Mm,
was when you first saw them, and then at 11 you kind of started following more
yeah.
regularly. Okay. How has that been? Like how has that from 11 on? Like how's your rooting journey been?
It's been tough following them, to be fair.
Okay.
Um, so not one. Well, they won the Pokal Trophy in 2020 2021, I think, that season. But it's been tough winning the leagues. We've not won one in a few years, so it'd be good to see them win one.
Okay. Well, I mean, the team I love the most is the Sacramento Kings in basketball. So if you have any sense, I
Yeah.
understand your pain. Um, okay. And so Gio Reyna, how did you come to because please visit his page, people. I mean, I don't know if how many people even know Gio Reyna. I mean, if you aren't following soccer, but he's an American player. What else do I know about him? You can fill in the holes, but I mean, he started He's the son of Claudio Reyna, who I mentioned at the beginning. I forget, he didn't go to college, right, Gio?
Um, I don't think so. No, he was grew up in Sunderland. He was born in Sunderland in UK. Then went back to US when Claudio went. Um, and grew up playing through the New York Academy.
Okay, and he got sold to Dortmund at what, 18 or something, or
About 17, 18. Yeah.
okay, okay. And now how many years has he been in Germany?
Um, 29. I think he joined in 2019, so about 6 years now.
Okay, okay. Um, so yeah, he's kind of like our wonder kid, the American wonder kid a bit. Super talented, but obviously injuries have really held him back. Um, but you take it from here. How did you start to collect him? Because you have some banger cards. Like we'll get into them.
So it's a bit of a weird one. So I noticed him when he against PSG in the first game where he came on as a sub and made an assist. Um, and then I used to like to play a lot of FIFA. Um, and he got a FIFA Future Stars card on there, and I packed it, and I just used him every single game that I played, and I just fell in love with him really. And ever since then, it's just been Geo this, Geo that, and yeah.
What year was that card from?
2020, I think.
Okay. Yeah, can you explain that I mean, I don't know if Americans know how this, or others might not know, how these cards work or whatever.
So it's just like a special card in game sort of thing. So um, say he has his base card and then he has a special card that's upgraded and all the stats and stuff. And yeah, I just kept using him and scoring goals, and he was the guy for me.
Sounds like a nice way to root for him. I like it. Um, so that's how you got onto him. And then when did you start collecting? Have you always been, how long have you been collecting cards, I guess?
I started in around lockdown, so in about 2020 I started. Well, yeah, when all the prices were inflated and everything. So yeah.
Crazy times, crazy times. Yeah, but now it's like fun. It's like so much nicer now to collect. It's
Yeah.
predictable and normal. So did you just start? I guess were already playing FIFA with him and had the fandom, so you just jumped right in. How did you jump in? Did you just go right to these bangers you have on your page, or
No,
okay,
I started. I think the first card I had, it was literally just a match tax Reyna card. I bought like a bundle of Dortmund cards from someone, and it had a Reyna card in it. So I was like, "Oh, that's a good start." And then I tried to buy a few singles, like lower end singles, about like outnumbered, like out of 250 or whatever, just because they were cheaper and more affordable at the time. Um, and then yeah, I was instead of that, I started saving up my money, um, selling cards, buying cards to sell on for more, which helped me fund these cards that I now call a Grail. So yeah.
that's quite inspiring. I mean, I think this. You stayed in it this long, 5 years. I mean, we'll talk about when you got these cards, but you obviously, followed the process, you're patient and earned, got your bankroll up, and now that's a great hobby story, man. I think we all should kind of aspire to something like that, whatever it is the Grail is. So cool. How has been um, let's say the Reina market? I mean, how would you describe that ride? Because it was crazy in the lockdown period.
Yeah, in lockdown, his cards were sky high, and then that first big injury hit, and then his cards started dropping from there. And then when he came back, him not getting as much game time kind of hurt his cards as well, his card prices. And then again, he got unfortunate with another injury. And then ever since then, he's just been coming off the bench, starting the odd few games, in which he does quite well, I think, for the most part. There's obviously some games that you're not going to perform, but he's getting goals and assists here and there, which I think if he keeps doing, he'll work his way back up in the hobby.
Yeah, it makes sense. So, I mean, you waited for the prices to come down, and that's when you jumped in on these?
Yeah, when
Okay.
the price came down, it was yeah, much better to pick them up at the prices that they were at.
Uh, so why don't you start showing them off? Because they're awesome.
You want to go straight in with the big stuff, or you want
Take it however you want, man.
to?
Yeah.
um, so I'll start with because I'm going for the rainbow of it. So we got the blue Inception Reyna there in the PSA 10, which I subbed myself. Very lucky to get PSA 10 because at the moment they're being quite tough with it.
Yeah.
And to pair that, I got the green one in the PSA 10 as well to
Beautiful.
help with my rainbow. And then obviously I have the
This is
somewhere
2020 Inception.
2020, yeah, the first year, which I think is the best year. I got the 7 out of 10 now shirt number as well, which I need to get graded. And then obviously I got the big boy, the
Ugh,
1 of 1 Inception.
gold one of
Um,
one.
yeah,
Wow. Yeah, so in soccer, red is out of 10. At
yeah.
least, what is that in Panini, I guess. And that's Inception is a beautiful card. That's I think is awesome. So do you lack any for the rainbow there? Orange?
Yeah, I need the out of 5, which I have never seen one,
Huh.
which is going to be a bit of a struggle. And then I just need to get the out of 25 and a PSA 10, whether that be I sub it or buy it as a 10. Yeah, and then it's pretty much there.
The out of 25 must be orange.
The orange is the out of 5, and the purple is the out of 25, I think, in 2020.
Interesting.
Um,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, you need to go to Germany, maybe. You could find it there, man.
Say well, I know someone with a PSA 10 of the out of 10 in case mine doesn't get the 10 from PSA. So that's
Okay.
always in mind. But my friend, I've got a few people that I know that live in Germany that were always looking out for Rayner cards at the shows for me. So yeah, hopefully one day I'll find it.
Cool. Well, maybe it'll pop up at trade night if you can make it. Um, yeah. So okay. So you got those Inceptions again. Beautiful card. The one-on-one's gorgeous. I mean, with the Dortmund colors, I think the red is really good, and they're all really nice in Inception. I think. Good choice. What's next?
So I have the Stadium Club Chrome from 2023. I have the Superfractor here, the 1 of 1 there. I have pretty much the whole rainbow for this one as well. I'm missing just the out of 4. I've got the rainbow somewhere here. Yeah, so it's quite a big rainbow this one. So we got the out of 5 there, got the out of 10 as well, and then we just got a load of other high numbered ones. But it's quite a big rainbow to collect for me. So very happy to almost be done with it.
What's left there?
I just need the out of 4, which
What
again I've only
color?
ever seen one, and that sold before I could buy it. So
What color is that one?
I think it's like a pink kind of red etch sort of thing, like the lightning strike.
I know red etch. Yeah, like what's the blue and orange one? Is that out of 10?
Yeah, the blue and orange one out of 10. Yeah,
Okay. I was looking at the
it's
Modric for that one. Cool. No, I mean, obviously, uh, maybe some people are listening. These cards will be bought if they're made available. So
yeah.
reach out to Seb
So,
if you have them or have a lead, right? Um, all right. What's next? I'm just enjoying this.
from the national packs, I have the out of 5 as well. I got the out of 50 of this one as well. These are quite rare now, to be fair. I've not seen one of these pop up in a while. Well, I just quite like the different image variation compared to the Topps Chrome that year because I wasn't a massive fan of that year of his picture. But yeah, this image is much better. I prefer it a lot.
What year is that?
That is 2023 as well.
Hmm. That is a nice
So
design. I've never really seen it. I don't understand what you mean by national.
So the National, obviously in America, is probably the biggest card show in the
Oh, that
world.
so it's a release at the national. Interesting.
Yeah, so they give out. I don't know how it works, but they give out packs, and you can get one of ones out of fives, stuff like that. So yeah,
I need to go to a national at some point. So you did you go or were you bought that secondhand?
no, I bought it from
Yeah,
eBay.
cool. Um, Beautiful. I like 2023. I don't look at much modern, after
Yeah,
2020 even. So there's just good stuff you just don't like. You should check it out. Kind of, it's not rookie, kind of stuff. But
yeah.
like, so what? Like, eh, you got more for me here?
I've got the Beckett 9 out of 25 rookie immaculate from 2020. Uh, yeah, this was a grail card for me at the time. Obviously, it's the only card that he has the rookie logo on.
Okay.
So yeah, this was a must-have for me in try and get it as the lowest parallel as possible. And yeah, thankfully the out of 25 popped up and I managed to snag it. So
But see, but you would even go up a parallel if you found it.
if I could and the price was right, I'd certainly be a buyer. Yeah,
By the way, I just noticed you are wearing a Pittsburgh Steelers jersey.
yeah, that's
That's that's awesome. Tell me about that. What Steelers fans would be like, sweet. There's this guy in the UK who likes the Steelers.
um. So my dad, he used to go and work. He used to go over to America and work, and that used to be located in Pittsburgh. So yeah, he was like, "Oh, I went and watched a Pittsburgh Steelers game," and then ever since then, I've been watching them as well. So I think I've got one Pittsburgh card here somewhere, from the new Prism release. If I can find it. Um, yeah, the Joe Green manga card here. Case hit, I think it is, but stunning card.
Joe Green base set. What year is that? Oh wow.
So this is from the new Prism that came out. The manga, it's a case hit.
Manga. Okay.
Yeah, beautiful card.
I'll show you my one Steelers card.
Oh, that's nice. That is very nice. I got the 7 on. Big Ben.
You're wearing a Roethlisberger jersey, right?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just threw up the 2004 tops, just base PSA 9, but it's good. I have a couple good friends who are Steelers fans, and my mother's from like West Virginia, which is like less than 2 hours from Pittsburgh. So kind of always supported the Pittsburgh teams kind of through her.
Yeah.
She liked them. So you got to watch Roethlisberger win a Super Bowl, I'm guessing.
That was what 2000 and I can't remember what the year that was, but I was young, so I
You were really young, I guess, huh?
think
Okay.
about 2. I think so.
So you didn't.
We won it in spirit when I
Right.
I had no idea what was going on, but yeah,
That's great, man. I love it. I love it. So yeah, this is you're very much a global card collector. To be a little
I try and be.
um, so is there any other Reynas you wanna show off?
I have the white sparkle one,
Beautiful.
um, from the World Cup Prism, from the white sparkle packs. Got a PSA 9 in the last sub. It's a pop one with none higher. So although it's not the most expensive card, it is certainly a very beautiful card in my collection.
Man, I was looking at those once. These are gorgeous. I mean, the white because he's got a white jersey on, the white sparkle. I mean, I really like white sparkle on a lot of
Yeah, it's a
teams.
great parallel. Yeah.
And yeah, it's you're kind of inspiring me. I might need to look for one of those too, man. Yeah. Um, Interesting. I'll show off my one Geo card. This is a two. By the way, that white sparkle was 2022 World Cup, just for the audience.
22, yeah.
This is what 2020 2022 National Treasures, just the base card, gold out of 10. It's
So
funny. I mean, I collect him in the national kit. You prefer him in Dortmund, obviously. It's kind of cool that we're connecting. We have a joint connection there, collection or whatever. Any others?
so this one, it's not the most expensive. It's a SGC 10 out of 25, but this was a present from a good friend called Footy Card Collector HK. I met him for a football game and we did a trade, and I got this as my end of the deal, and I'm very thankful for it because it's a beautiful card as well. Say not the most expensive, but certainly has a bit of background to it, so I'm very happy to have it in my collection.
So that is 2019 Topps Chrome,
2021.
2021. Okay,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
UCL, not Bundesliga.
yeah. The UCL set. Yeah,
Is that the one? Are there any variations in there, or that's the base card?
that's the base cards. So
Yeah,
base out of 25. This is the
base out.
parallel
Okay.
orange one. Yeah, but
Yeah, very colorful. I mean, Dortmund, as you talked about, I mean, the colors pop so much from their jerseys that it makes for colorful cards, kind of regardless of the parallel or something.
yeah.
Um, that's a cool one, man. You can keep going.
So
I'm
it's
enjoying
I'm
it.
trying to not make it as much geo heavy. So I'll probably do this is my last year one, and then I can move on to the side PCs that I have a
Cool.
few of. So this is from the Topps Premium Dortmund set. This bit of match worn shirt there. It's numbered 7 of 10, so it's his shirt number. And I picked it up for a good price, and it's just such a beautiful card. So I'm very happy to have this in my PC as well.
That looks thick, right?
Yeah, it's a very
Yeah,
thick boy.
yeah. Those are great.
There, and to match that, I have Bino Gittins out of 6 parallel from the same set as well. Bit of the G. He grew up very local to where I'm from. So he used to play for the Reading Academy, which is the team I support. Let's say a match worn as well. So trying to find all of these, all the name ones for Gittins, but it's a tough task. I've only found one so far, and that's the one I got. So
So there are six of them, or
yeah, there's 6 of 6.
okay.
I'm guessing it spells his surname out, but only time will tell if I find the parallels.
That's crazy. I like the hunt though. It's cool.
So it's like the guy that finished that baseball name set the other week. So I'm hoping to finish that as well.
Yeah, yeah. Iowa Dave wrote a nice article about that a few weeks ago. That was such an interesting story.
Been after that for years, and then finally got the last piece that he needed, which was yeah,
Yeah, and crazy how it played out, right? Like I think he got a lot of them from another guy who was trying to do it, and
yeah.
yeah,
And then the last guy was like, "You can just have this one for free as a gift."
yeah,
Finish the set, and it was he must
going
have
to a
been over
good
the moon.
home. Just yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. Right on.
Right, and then we moved to the German national team for the next few. So I've got the Mats Hummels, Mario Götze dual autograph out of 35 from 2020 Immaculate Collection. Again, stunning cards.
It is. Immaculate's beautiful. That's really nice design. I love it.
Say Mats Hummels scored in the quarterfinal of the 2014 World Cup to send them through to the semis, and then Götze obviously scored that goal in the final. So bit of 2014 World Cup history there. Have both
Awesome.
of them on.
What year is that? Immaculate?
Uh, that's from 2020,
2020.
so
Okay.
quite early on. But yeah, and then to carry on the German national theme, I've got Musiala autograph out of 60 from Topps Chrome Bundesliga 60-year set, I think. Again, very nice cards. And Musiala, he's got a very big potential as well. So, say, very happy to pick that one up.
Beauty. That's beauty. I like it.
And then for the last one I have from the German national team side PC, it is a triple patch booklet with Bastian Schweinsteiger, Mesut Ozil and Mario Götze on it.
What year is this booklet?
It's from 2022 National Treasures. Um, yeah,
So it's the same set as this card, I
same
guess.
set as the Reyna. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I saw this on your page. It seemed like there was a cool story behind it. Do you wanna share it?
So my good friend's called DGen. He does kind of like a consignment service in the UK. He's one of the best consigners on whatnot in the UK. So and that card, he sent me a photo of it, and I was like, I'm coming for that card. That will be mine by the end of the show. And that I put my pre-bid in, and I kind of forgot that the show was on, and I was like, oh. And then I got a notification saying you've won this auction, and I was like, well, that's great. And then next day was the Southampton card show. So I picked it up from there, and yeah, ever since it's been in my collection. I'm still looking for the triple mag for it so it can be displayed all nicely. But at the moment, it's just kind of sat in a team bag,
Oh,
waiting to
interesting.
find that mag.
So you just do they exist? I mean,
They do. I've only found one, and they were based in Australia, and they wouldn't ship to England. So
interesting. Well, if somebody's coming to Dusseldorf from Australia, maybe you could bring one for Seb here. Um,
Uh,
yeah, very cool. I saw that. So, I mean, I am curious. You're from the UK, like you root for Dortmund, and you have a side PC with the German national team. What's going on there, man?
I guess it's just because of the love for Dortmund's sort of thing that they had a lot of German national team players. So I
Okay.
kind of just started collecting, yeah, Goetze in German and Dortmund kit at one point. So I, yeah, had to slim down the Dortmund side of the PC, of Goetze PC, and I just kept his Germany stuff. But say, yeah,
Okay.
that's how it kind of goes.
So that's interesting. I mean, yeah, for those who don't collect soccer or something, I mean, you have this choice, right, between national kit and club kit. And obviously clubs they move around. So it can be kind of an interesting choice about what cards to collect. And Modric, I tend to go Croatia, but I definitely have some Real Madrid and other stuff too. But uh, so we don't have to be all nationalistic necessarily. I mean, I think that's what's cool about like card collecting. We had last weekend we had Chris Hoge on our program, and he was kind of talking about how it's nice to player collect because you don't have to worry about your team and this kind of aspect, and but it's like also frees you to be more individualistic and choose what you want to choose rather than just following what you have to, like we're in the medieval times. So I find it very enlightening, and that this is how you collect, and it's a cool way to kind of, I don't know, follow the players you like.
Let's say I know a lot of people that just prefer to collect their players in the national team kit in case they
Hmm.
do move clubs, because when they do move clubs, that card will probably become less favourable because they're not in the correct team's shirt. Um, but I find because of that, a lot of them cards are usually a bit cheaper. So, but they're always nice to pick up at that price. So I don't mind whatever Reina wears, I will buy. So
Do we have a USA card in your collection?
I
Well, you have
have.
that white sparkle you showed, yeah.
Yeah, I've got a couple. I've got the National Pride
That's
case hit
nice. I like
from the
that.
2022 World Cup Prism. And then I was in an immaculate break, not an immaculate, an obsidian break the other week. I hit this out of 99, but the autograph is upside down. So that's staying in the PC as well. But yeah.
That's great, man. So you went in with the Reina spot on the break.
Yeah, so I bought I bought US the whole team except Pulisic in that break. I hit quite a few other patch autos. I think. Let me see if I can find any. So yeah, I
Anyway,
hit a Jesus Ferreira as well,
okay.
and then a Tyler Adams somewhere. But let's say I quite like picking up US bits. They move quite easily. Um, so they're always nice to hit, nice and cheap in the breaks. So
That makes sense. And then people that shows like there's a good audience for them.
Yeah,
Is that
people
is that
like
a
patches, autos, and stuff like that. So they're
is
easy
that
movers.
American collectors living in the UK or
It's a bit of both, really. A lot of people just like, again, to just buy the autos and patches because I don't know, maybe that's maybe what they like to collect, sort of thing. Let's say, but there are a few like US collectors and stuff around, so they will try and pick up the national team when they can. Yeah,
okay. Well, any kind of I guess I'd just like to ask like what do you like most about the hobby kind of and kind of do you foresee staying in, forever, inshallah, as they say in here. Yeah.
um, I hope to stay in it for a very long time. Um, I've met a lot of good people, people that I now call friends through this hobby, and I hope to make many more. Um, let's say I hope to stay in it for a long time, collecting cards. Maybe then I might move into the vintage, or this modern era might become vintage at one point, hopefully. But yeah, I hope to stay in it for a while.
Right on. And how do you, I mean, the market you feel like is kind of healthy? Like, I mean, obviously the boom happened. Like, I'm sure people fell out after that, but it seems like, globally at least to me, it feels like the people who are now in like kind of rode through that difficult period, right? And now
Yeah.
it's more like organic and real or something.
I say there's still a lot I've noticed on eBay that some of them, the auctions, well, some of them get shield bidded, obviously. So there's still a bit there that they're trying to inflate the prices of the cards. But for the most part, I'd say on eBay and like privately, there's a lot of healthy deals going on, a lot of good prices. I'd say it's very stable at the moment compared to what it used to be, up and down, up and down, up and down. But it's kind of found a median now, so it doesn't like go up too high, down too low at points. But yeah, it's a good place at the moment, I think.
And what are we looking for from Reina kind of this spring? What are we hoping for here?
We're hoping for more playing time. Firstly, with the new manager coming as well, he's again fallen down um, off the bench, coming on for like the last 10 minutes. So maybe a move might be on the table for him. Obviously, I do quite like watching him at Dortmund. But I say if he was to move, I'd go and support him wherever he goes, obviously. So so hopefully it's just not too far away and I can go and watch him.
So yeah, I mean, you talked about going to matches. You go to how many matches a year, do you think?
I've only been to a couple Dortmund
Okay.
ones, but I want to go to a lot more um, when I can. Say I try and go to different games all through Europe. So I've been to the San Siro in Italy. I've been to the Stadio Olimpico in Rome, and obviously been to the Dortmund Stadium. And whilst I was in Dortmund, I went to the Cologne Stadium, which is not too far away. So I'm trying to go to as many European grounds that I can do.
Where's the
And
cone
win more.
station you said?
So that's the Rhein Energie Stadium in Germany. So it's about an hour and a half train journey. So it's got, I think they got relegated into the Bundesliga 2 at the moment, but I think they're pushing for promotion. So hopefully it'll be good to see them back in the Bundesliga. They've got quite a close collection with Dortmund, so yeah, it'll be good to see them back in the Bundesliga.
And do you have a match planned at this point to go to?
Not at the moment,
Okay.
because I'm planning on Card Madness. So if I do go, it'll be just for the show probably, and then try and get to a few more in October, November, December time. Maybe go when the Christmas markets are on, and yeah, experience that as well.
Um, yeah, and do you explore shops in Europe elsewhere when you go and kind of seek out cards?
Um, I've not seen many card shops around Europe. I've seen a few like football shirt shops. So I also collect yeah, football shirts. There's a few hanging in the background. So I've been to a few football shirt shops which had a few cards in, but I've not gone to specifically a card shop. But when if I do go to Düsseldorf, I would like to check out the V Brothers store in Düsseldorf. So hopefully do that as well and see what that's like as a first like proper card store that I've been to.
Cool, cool. And so if Reyna were to move clubs, any like dream spots for you?
I wouldn't if you went to Italy, that would be quite nice. Maybe somewhere hot, so it's not always cold when I go. Spain, just somewhere that he can really like play his football because he likes to get the ball deep and try and play forwards as much as he can. So which I think Italy or Spain will be a good move for him.
Okay, well I'll be rooting for Fiorentina maybe. Get
Yeah,
a purple kit on Reyna. Well, Seb, thanks so much for coming on today. Really enjoyed it, genuinely, as you can tell. And yeah, thanks so much for coming on Global Card Collectors.
thank you very much for having me on here. It's been a pleasure. I'm very happy to have been on your radar to be on here. So yeah, I'm very happy with it.
Awesome, man. Have a good rest of your weekend here.
And you, thank you.
Cheers.